Thank you for joining us. Time now for a look at what's making the headlines in the French newspapers. For that, I'm joined by our press reviewer, Caterina Vitozzi. Hello to you, Caterina.
Good morning.
So we're going to start out with some French papers taking a look back at the first 100 days of François Hollande's time in power. And they're not being very favourable.
No, they are not, especially the Front of l'Humanité. Now, you'll probably remember it was a song that stayed in my head for many months. François Hollande's campaign slogan, Le changement est maintenant, the change is now. They're playing on that slogan, asking, when's the change going to happen? Because they say that after 100 days, François Hollande hasn't really done much. They say, although a lot of far-left MPs were happy to see the back of former President Nicolas Sarkozy, at the same time, they're a little bit unsure if François Hollande's really done anything concrete. They say he's made a few little changes here and there, such as raising school cash credits for families who are sending children to school to pay for things like textbooks and stationery. But they say with regards to the big questions, things like France's role in the EU fiscal treaty, he hasn't done anything really very concrete at all.
But to be fair, it is summer in France and things slow down here to a snail's pace, don't they?
Yes, they do, in fact. I mean, he's been on holiday for, about 3
weeks in total, yeah. So maybe he needs to be given another 100 days before we can start making too many assessments about that. Now, Les Echos is picking up on the fiscal treaty theme as well as the Economic Daily, of course.
Yeah, absolutely. So as you say, the Economic Daily, they say that with regards to this fiscal treaty that L'Humanité brushed on as well, there's been no real coherent or concrete plan. This is something that they're really calling for because it's such an important issue, how France is going to budget its balance budget deficit. This is something that Hollande was very sort of clear about when he was campaigning 100 days ago. Well, over 100 days ago now. And in fact, they have quite an unfavourable comparison between François Hollande's first 100 days and that of Napoleon Bonaparte. They say within 100 days, old Boney introduced local elections, gave MPs extended voting rights, and he also lost the Battle of Waterloo, I should probably add. So lots of action in his first 100 days, not so much
Things
in
were a little
François
bit more vigorous back then, we could say.
Indeed.
Now we're going to move to Le Figaro, and it's looking ahead to the French Foreign Minister's trip to the Middle East to address the crisis in Syria.
Yes, this is Laurent Fabius. He goes to Syria on Wednesday. He doesn't really go to Syria. He's in fact just going to the neighbouring countries, Lebanon, Turkey and Jordan. Now, there has been quite a lot of criticism about the French government's position on Syria, some criticism from the right saying they've not really done enough. In particular, Laurent Fabius came under some criticism for not going to the Syria or the region sooner, but he will be going Wednesday. Because of this sort of lack of consensus over what's happening in Syria, he will be focusing mainly on humanitarian aid.
The theme is, though, of the papers today, not enough going on with the French government.
No,
now, finally, we've just got a chance to look briefly at Libération.
Well,
and is that a topless lady?
It is. Why pass up an opportunity to look at a naked back on front of the French Libération? They've got an exclusive look at sun cream, and in fact, they've unveiling this new investigation that says more than a quarter of sun creams don't in fact provide the protection that they say they do on the label on the label on the bottle. So that they're saying that particularly organic sun creams are particularly dangerous, and if in doubt, put on a t-shirt.
That's a good idea. Stay in the shade. Thanks very much, Caterina Vitozzi, our press reviewer. That brings us to the end of this edition of the Press Review. Stay with us here on France 24. We'll be back in just a moment.